Yeah, Joey, I think the biggest news for us today on this particular Wednesday is just the changing of the guard at certain clubs. And obviously we learnt yesterday officially, it had been in the offing for some time, that Trent Cotchin was considering his status as captain. He's now officially removed that title from his name. We then obviously go to who's next. And I reckon we're going to have a captain for the first time in the history of the AFL who just doesn't do any media, but I actually reckon that's going to be the right call. I think it's Dusty's time now to add the captaincy to the responsibility that he's had for a long time already at that footy club. And you guys speak to the Richmond players. They think he's as equal to Trent Cotchin when it comes to the inner dynamics of that club's leadership dynamic. And I just think it's a perfect time to add that status to his role at that club. And I think it would cap off what's already been an all-time great AFL career.
Yeah, it's a hard one when you sit on the outside because we don't know how they go about their business, each to a man. But I think in terms of who deserves it, he probably deserves to be the captain of that footy club, given what he's given them for a few years until they work out, who's next.
When you do speak to players their days at the club, and I know you do as well, but they, without even asking them questions about Dusty's leadership, it comes up in conversation. They volunteer it, and I think it's been quite profound as to how much love he has for not just the teammates, but the people they are. And I would think there's going to be some form of discussion internally for that to be the case. And as Duck said, does he want it? If he doesn't want it, there's no point giving it to him. But he's obviously got to be a little bit reflective at the moment, given he finished the season, unfortunately for him, with that injury. And he's got to recover from that properly football-wise. But I couldn't see why he wouldn't be. It wouldn't be put to him, but that could be the case.
The interesting one is that if it does get put to him, the commitments that he has to then say yes to, because obviously the captain, the media rights and the deals that the AFL does, if a leading network, say it's a Seven or a Foxtel, request you at certain times throughout the year, you have to say yes to that. And as a captain, there's a whole lot more of those obligations to fulfill each week on game day, things like that. So whether or not that's something that is a pure factor in why he says no, we'll have to wait and see, because as we all know, he hates doing media, he keeps to himself, he's very private. You sign up as captain of the Richmond Football Club, you have to expect at some level...
Do you have to?
Well, as I'm saying, the actual collective bargaining agreement says that you will be put forward at certain times throughout the week.
I think it's part of your obligation if you are the captain, so whether it's Captain's Day, speaking at functions, speaking to the media. And I think at his age, and we know that he doesn't want to do it, Damo, I can see him not doing the captaincy role for that reason, because I think, as you just stated, internally he's already a leader. He's already the spiritual leader. He's much loved. I think he can still have that role and have that leadership and have that impact on the group without the title of captain and all the responsibilities that come with it. I just think you let him be the way that he's been, still drive it internally, but not have that title to do all those extra responsibilities and obligations I think you have as captain. The one that I can see them handing over to...
Could they be dual captains and therefore... And I know they haven't done that for a while.
Why does he need the title of captain, Duck? Why doesn't he just still lead the way that he leads?
I think it's just an honour that he probably deserves, given what he's given the club. So there's a lot of dual captains.
Yeah.
Nick Riewoldt started out as a dual captain,
as a young
dual captain.
Are you still going down the Jack Graham route?
I think it's time. I think they give it to Jack Graham. I think while they've got Jack Riewoldt playing and Trent Cotchin playing and Dustin's still there, I think it's handing the reins over now to Jack Graham, who they love internally. Third in their best and fairest this year. He's become a really important player. He uses leadership. He was captain as an under-18, I believe, at South Australia.
Who was second?
I think you give it to...
Who was second?
Dylan Grimes. I think it was Baker. William Baker was second. Dylan Grimes won it. So I think maybe it's time to give it to Jack Graham. Give it to the younger figure. They've still got the experience that he can lean on and, doesn't have all the pressure on his shoulders. And he gets that 12, 18 months to sort of build into the role, and then he takes it away long term.